Hello, Amherst Middle School. I'm Mr. Holmes, your principal. Here in Cougar Land, we are respectful, responsible, and resilient.
And I'm Mr. Giles, your assistant principal.
Hi, I'm Terry Campbell, and I'm the secretary at Amherst Middle School. I look forward to meeting parents and students this year. I'm really excited to be here and can't wait for the school year to start. Hope to see you soon.
Hi everybody, I am Kristen Maddox. I'm the school counselor here at Amherst Middle. I'm excited to welcome you to Amherst Middle this year. I'm looking forward to meeting you and your students. If you ever need anything, if you have questions about your classes or friends issues or anything like that, you can come by and see me. Make sure that you ask your teacher to fill out a Google form. You can fill those out and it'll let me know that you want to talk to me and I will get you from class. If you ever need attendance questions or you have attendance sets, you can give them to Ms. Thomas, who you will also meet in this video. And I can't wait to meet you and I hope you have a great rest of your summer.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Thomas and I am the guidance secretary here at Amherst Middle School. I am here to help assist the children in any kind of way I can. Also, the parents as far as getting records, making sure that they get their report cards and all sorts of things that take place here in guidance. We'll be glad to see you when you come back. Hope to see you soon.
Hello, AMS Cougars. My name is Nurse Payne, and I will be taking care of you this year while you're at school. I have a few reminders for you, and that is that I want you to be as safe as possible. So please do your health screening every day before you come to school. Ensure that you don't have any symptoms of this nasty virus, that you don't have a fever before you get on the bus or before you're dropped off at school. Parents, please ensure that we have accurate contact information for you so that way, if needed, we can get in contact as quickly as possible with you or an emergency contact person. And lastly, if your student takes any medications on a daily basis that will be needed here at school, please make sure we have the proper paperwork. If you go to the Amherst Middle School webpage and click on my name, you will see all of those forms listed below, as well as the action plans for asthma, allergy, or seizure. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at the school, and I look forward to having your student here this year.
Hi, welcome to the Amherst Middle School Library. I am Tammy Brooks and I'm your librarian. This year the library schedule is going to look a little bit different, so we're not real sure yet as to what we're going to do, but we will have the library open as of right now, and we will be doing book checkout that will follow the guidelines. Everything else is kind of up in the air, but I'm excited to see you guys, and I look forward to meeting those of you that are new to the school, and I'm here to help you in any way I can.
Hello, Amherst Middle School Cougars. At Amherst Middle School, we want you to be successful and we want your transition to middle school to be as smooth as possible. We feel in order for you to do that, we need you to do something that we do each and every day here at Amherst Middle School. We follow the big three, and that's respectful, responsible, and resilient. To be respectful is very, very important because that is the key to establishing a positive relationship. So to be respectful, we want you to treat other people the way you want to be treated. We ask that you often ask that question when you're in situations where you have to make decisions. Am I treating this person the way I want to be treated? So we want you to be respectful of yourself. We want you to be respectful of teachers. And also we want you to be respectful of your fellow students. We feel that if you can do that, and along with the other two big three, that you will be successful at Amherst Middle School, and also you'll be successful in life. Thank you. We look forward to having you here at Amherst Middle School, and go Cougars.
All right, Cougars, the second of the big three is being responsible. And 3 ways you can be responsible are in your academics, in your behavior, and in your attendance. In academics, you can be responsible by being prepared, turning in your work in on time, and during those virtual learning days, making sure you're present online when you need to be and doing your work at home. Also, in your behavior, you can be responsible by doing what you need to do, following the rules of the school and expectations of the school, and being a positive role model to your friends in that way as well. And then in attendance, you can be responsible by being here when you can, do the self-screenings and making sure that you're symptom-free. If you do have symptoms, you need to stay home. And then if you do have to stay home, or if you're absent from school, you can be responsible by bringing in that note or having your parents email a note to us, so that way we can either excuse that absence or have that documentation for that absence. Be responsible.
Hi, I'm Kristen Maddox and I'm your school counselor here at Amherst Middle. I'm excited to welcome you here, and I want to talk about, in addition to being respectful and responsible, that we're also resilient. As an Amherst Middle School Cougar, you can be resilient by making sure that you're always doing your best, that you never give up, and you're always encouraging others to do their best as well. We're excited to have you, and we can't wait to meet you. Thanks, bye.
So Mr. Holmes, with all the changes that are happening, I heard there's a pretty big change with the schedule from a 7-period day to something new. Could you talk to us about that?
Yeah, we're very excited to offer to our students this year something noted as a block schedule. In the past, what would happen is we had 7-period days, and for the entire year, students would take all curriculum classes, math, science, language, arts, and history. So they would take those year-round. With a block schedule, that can kind of be a little different. So what would happen is you have 4 blocks that you'll take each day, and then from that, you could have, say, your history the first semester and your math second semester. So it's an exciting new approach to where we can offer our students a little different approach to what was traditionally our curriculum. And we feel that's going to provide many opportunities for us in the future so that we can offer our students additional classes and additional opportunities to take classes that they might be interested in. So that's a change that we're dealing with this year. And again, if you have any questions in regards to that, please give us a call here at the school, and we'll be more than happy to explain that in more detail. But also, we have something that we're calling A-Day student, B-Day student. So that's different from last year. And Mr. Giles, you want to talk a little bit about what does it mean to be an A-Day or a B-Day student?
Yeah. So if you're an A-Day student, you will be physically at the school on Mondays and Wednesdays. And if you're a B-Day student, you'll be physically at the school on Tuesdays and Thursdays. With that being said, that means you have 3 days a week where you're doing some online virtual learning. So if you're an A-Day student, you'd be here Monday, at home learning virtually on Tuesday. You'd be at school Wednesday, and then at home learning virtually Thursday and Friday.
Yes.
Okay? And you'll be doing that virtual learning through 2 platforms, either through Virtual Virginia or through Google Classroom, depending on the classes. And your teachers will have office hours, and they'll be able to help you out during those virtual learning days as well. That work will be required and graded and be part of your grades, so you're going to want to make sure you stay on top of those things as well.
Another thing I want to mention to you is lockers. This year lockers will be a little different. As I mentioned last year, we had 7 periods, and between each period students went to the lockers to collect items for the class. However, that's different this year. Once you come to school, once you come in the building, you'll go to your locker and gather items that you need for those 4 blocks. and then you will put your coat or cell phone or other items that you don't need for class in the locker, and then you'll report to your class. You might say during lunch need to go back to your locker to get your lunchbox, but really that's going to be about the only time that you'll be going to your lockers, the beginning of the day, sometime around lunch, and then at the end of the day. So you'll not be going to your locker 7 periods like we did last year. So that being said, when you get to school, go to your locker, put your cell phone and belongings that you do not need for class in the locker, and then you will not need to go back until the end of that day. So another change is bathrooms and water fountains. So we just want to give you a little bit of information about that as well. So Mr. Josh, you want to talk a little bit about bathrooms and water fountains?
So as far as the water fountains go, we will not have any water fountains that will work for you to go up and like drink from, directly from the spout to your mouth. What we're gonna have is that's gonna be replaced with a water bottle filler on not all of our water fountains, but like 3 or 4 of them will have this new water bottle filler on them. So with that being said, you're going to want to bring like a water bottle to school so that way you can fill up your water throughout the day rather than taking a drink from the fountain. As far as the bathrooms go, you've probably seen in public that bathrooms have limit capacities, and that's going to be the same here at school as well. So you will only be able to go in the bathroom 3 people at a time. And if there's 3 people in there, you won't be able to go in there until somebody else comes out. And we're going to have a way to kind of monitor that and help out. And I know that's a big change, and it's something that we're going to definitely help you out with, and we'll appreciate you following that new policy there.
Parents and students, we know that this is a lot of information, and we know that a lot of it's new to you. We want to be helpful, we want to be supportive, and we want to make sure this is a great, smooth transition for your child. Please don't hesitate to call us at any time. Reach out to us. You can call us here at the school. My cell phone number is 434-818-2310. Again, you can call that number at any time. We want to assist and help you. Also, something else that might help you out is make sure that you check emails, listen for school messengers, check your social media, and also our school webpage. All this information will be on those social media pages and our school webpage. So again, we're here to support you and help you. Can't wait for you to get back to school, and we're so glad that you're a part of the Amherst Middle School team. Mr. Giles, you have anything else you'd like to add?
We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Hello, Amherst Middle School students and parents. We're going to talk now about arrival and dismissal. First, about arrival. So when you bring your student, first thing you need to do is make sure that you've gone through that screening with your student. Make sure you're checking those symptoms. If your student displays any of those symptoms, then they need to stay home for that day. If they're good to go, bring them onto school. They'll come through the parking lot. When you get to this point right here in front of the gym, you're going to drop your student off, and then you'll continue around and head on out. The student's going to continue right up these steps and walk inside. So follow me, let's go on inside and we'll talk about a few more things. All right, students, so when you get inside of these doors here, you're going to report to your homeroom locations. Now this is very different for our 7th and 8th grade students this year, as they're used to reporting to a holding location at the beginning of the day. So you can come on in, you'll go to your homeroom location. There will be breakfast options available, and we'll talk to you about how that's going to happen. But you'll come in these doors, you'll look at your schedule, and you're going to head to your homeroom location. In a minute, we'll talk about dismissal. All right, students, parents, let's talk about dismissal. So students first, you're going to be in your 4th block at the end of the day. You will have gotten your book bag and all your belongings. And when we call for car riders, you're going to actually dismiss right from your 4th block. When you do that, when we call for the car riders, you're going to come down to the main office doors. And you will head out these doors out to the car pickup area, which we'll go out and see in a second. So follow me and we'll talk more about that location. All right, students, so you've exited the building. Now you're in the car rider pickup area, and this is just our front main entrance of the school. Parents, you're gonna actually be coming through the parking lot, and you will be lined up in a large U shape in our parking lot. And we will bring the students out. As we see you guys pull up, we will send the students out to you in waves. So if there's a bunch of cars parked, a wave of students will go out to those parked cars. You'll leave, we'll hold students. The next round of parents will come in, We'll send students out to those cars and so on and so forth until we end our dismissal. Thank you.
Hello students, if you ride a bus to school, this is where your day will begin and end. Just want to remind you to make sure that you have your mask on and also that your parents are screening you before you come to school. But most buses will always unload in the back of our school, and you'll come to this area and then we'll go inside. At this time, let's go inside and I'll share some more information with you in there. Okay, bus riders, I'm now in the school. As you notice, I still have my mask on. I did wear my mask while I was on the bus, and again, this is for safety reasons. We want to make sure that we're keeping you safe and all of our faculty and staff. Once I get inside the building, I want to make sure that I'm traveling the correct way, so we do have signs directing you which side of the hallway that you need to be on when you travel. I'm entered the building, I'm coming to the T, and at this time I can go to get my breakfast, which is in the cafeteria, or if I'm not eating breakfast, I'll report directly to my homeroom. 6th grade homerooms are down the 6th grade hallway, and of course 7th and 8th grade, you know where those are located. But as a 6th grader, if I want breakfast, I'm going to the cafeteria to get my breakfast, and then I'm going to report to the homeroom. I'm going to eat my breakfast, and then once I'm done, we will have trash cans in those locations for you to dispose of those meals so that you can begin learning as quickly as possible. Again, thank you for participating in our tour today. We're so glad that you're going to be here, and parents, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call myself or Mr. Giles here at the school. We're looking forward to building great relationships and having a great experience for your students. Thank you.
Our custodial staff is super glad to have the students back as we start the new school year. And our staff includes 3 different people here at Amherst Middle School. The custodial staff that is in charge of 6th grade hallway is Mr. Cliff Bennett. You'll see him around doing various things and cleaning messes and helping just disinfect the school, especially with this school year. In the 7th grade hallway is Mr. Steve Allen. And again, you'll see him around throughout the day. And then also, we'll have our new addition to our custodial staff is Miss Sarah Ogden. And she will be kind of more in charge of the 8th grade hallway. But our full staff, they will just help out anywhere needed. They enjoy being around you guys and look forward to having you guys back. And please feel free to introduce yourself to them when you come in here this fall. So our cafeteria staff includes 2 ladies right now. We have Miss Donna Gunnels, who's our head nutrition manager here at Amherst Middle School, and Miss Dee Ackerman, who is one of our nutrition specialists here at Amherst Middle School. When you come into the cafeteria this year, you'll see both of their faces either checking you out or giving you your meal as you come through to get your lunch this year. I know they are both very excited to see you guys and have some students back in the building. And you probably have seen them out and about through the spring and the summer handing out meals and things like that during this pandemic as well. So they look forward to seeing you, and please again, when you see them, use your manners and just introduce yourself and develop those relationships. Thank you.
Okay, students and parents, we're standing in a typical classroom. This is what your classroom is going to look like when you come to school. What will happen is when you come in the doors, we're not going to our lockers with each class like we did in years past. You'll bring your book bags with you with your book bag supplies and all the supplies that you're going to need for your classrooms. So that will come with you. You'll come in and have a seat. As you can see, all desks are 6 feet apart to comply with social distancing. And I just want to remind you, and you're probably tired of hearing me say this by now, but yes, you will need to wear your mask in the classroom, and you know, that is a requirement for this school year. So again, this is a typical classroom. Mr. Giles, you have anything you want to add there?
Yeah, just so what you were talking about, that transition time, you'll have 5 minutes. You won't really need to go to your locker as much this year. You'll just bring that book bag to the classroom like Mr. Holmes stated. And then your teachers will also be wearing their mask during the class time. Just like you guys will be wearing your mask, we will all be wearing our masks during the school day here at Amherst Middle School.
And then also, before we go, when you leave the classroom, that classroom will be disinfected. Someone will be wiping down the top of the desk and the chairs, so that when you go into your new classroom, that has been sanitized and is ready for you, and hopefully everything's set up so that you can be successful.
All right, Amherst Middle School Cougars, so to get lunch, so that's one of the topics that everybody's talking about. So you'll leave your classroom during block 2, you'll have a set time to eat. You'll leave the classroom, you're gonna walk down the hallway. As you can notice that on the floor, there are these one-way signs, so we're gonna stick to that. You're gonna try to stay to one side of the hallway. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk to the cafeteria, and when you get there, there's going to be some stand here circles. So you'll get to those areas, you're gonna be standing on those circles, because what that does is it keeps you socially distant, 6 feet apart from each other. And then you'll go through the cafeteria line and you will get your food, which the food is gonna be pre-packaged. You'll have a couple choices, and then you'll bring that food actually back to your classroom to eat, okay? So we're gonna head on down here to the cafeteria so I can show you what that looks like, so that way you get a good view of what you will be doing this year. I will say we're super excited to have you guys back. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you guys' faces again. So let's go on in here to the cafeteria real quick. You'll notice when we get to the cafeteria, 2 doors are gonna have one-way enters, 2 doors are gonna have one-way exits. So make sure you enter into a door that has this logo in front of it. Okay, when you come into the cafeteria, you're gonna notice, now these aren't actually stuck down yet, but they will be soon. But you'll notice these stand here, social distance. So when you get to the cafeteria, you're gonna actually stand on one of these circles. And you're doing that to keep you socially distanced. You'll be 6 feet apart. We'll only ever have 1 or 2 classes at a time in the cafeteria getting your food. You'll go through the line, you'll pick out your meal, and then you'll head back to the classroom that we just came from to eat. Thank you.